What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Magicide, and welcome back to our Geek Fest here playing Shadowrun Chronicles Boston Lockdown. Got quite a few people here to talk to, and yep, Mr. Buster has our next story mission. I did take a look at the mission list, and I think we pretty much have 5 missions, including the one Buster's about to give us, before the actual end of the game. So I'm very excited about that, because this game has pretty much caused a big rift in my normal schedule, because I've pretty much had to dedicate all of my time towards recording it, so I can make sure I can do it before the game is presumably gone forever later this month. So let's get our conversations out of the way, and then we'll jump into our mission here.
Hi, Smedley.
Osman is missing. Word is he ransacked Bree's shop and did a runner. I can't imagine he would betray us like this.
He did duck out.
We have no idea what happened. He may be ducking trouble or soon to be back. I value loyalty, and I am not going to abandon him until I have some real proof, not frightened speculation.
I appreciate your old school attitude.
No more Bozeman. Well, that kind of puts a damper on things, considering the fact that he basically gave us some side quests before. So I don't think Lady Luck is going to have any kind of upgrades for us, right? Because that's what we currently have equipped very well. But it has been a while since we've taken a look at some of the other things that we have in our inventory. Like, holy Christ. I don't care if I just have one, that's fine. But like the biofilters, I should keep the soda ones because they're going to be the better versions of them. The elemental essence, enchanted biofilter. Yeah, we need to sell you. So your weapons. Acquired so much crap before, and I just never gotten around to selling any of it. And I'm kind of thinking that since I've never actually taken any missions from people looking for party members and everything via the chat, since I've never done anything like that and acquired any other karma points outside of the karma points that you would normally get throughout the campaign, I'm not really entirely sure that we're going to be able to finish. I mean, I know I'll be able to finish shotguns, but I don't think I'll be able to finish shotguns plus mind and body. Because I remember the last time that I played this game, and it was a reasonable expectation that I think you were supposed to be able to finish like 3. I think. Because I remember finishing 3 with such great ease. It was really just a matter of, like, you know, where did you want to put those last couple of remaining points into, and then, you know, if you were continually doing other people's missions and getting other karma points, you'd work on that, and then on, and therefore until you were finished all of them. But now it's not even a reasonable expectation that I'm really going to finish, maybe even 2. There's just no way. I don't think I'm going to even finish 2. It's pretty much... Actually, how much does the next shotgun skill cost? 30. I guess it would be feasible that we might actually be able to finish shotgun. Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I suppose if you really wanted to look at it, you probably could have just taken a look, taken a screenshot of the various skills, or, you know, one on the wiki or whatever else, of the points and how many points it's going to cost you to actually fill out the entire tree of, you know, any given skill, and then look up like how many karma points that you would have acquired throughout the mission anyways, the ones that you're supposed to get. And I guess you could do the math and you can kind of, like, you know, min-max your build that way if you were going to do it just strictly playing by yourself and, you know, not taking on any other missions or, you know, playing with any of the other human players. I guess I just never really thought of it that way. I guess it's always been an implicit encouragement for you to play with other people here.
Ah, there you are. I need all hands on deck. We have a situation.
Other than being assaulted constantly and a secret virus turning us all into head cases?
Frag, yes. We caught an Azzy soldier sneaking around the compound.
Did you ask him what he was up to?
Ask may not be the right term, but he told us about an op that the Azzies have on their way, specifically against us.
Against us? They must have gotten wind of our run against the underground lab. Frag, that was fast.
This kind of heat means you must have hit a nerve there, Omi. Take it as a compliment.
I'm flattered. So what is it they have in store?
They have planted bombs in the tunnels below the square. They want to vape us all for good.
Looks like the gloves are off. So how do we stop them?
I already sent teams down to scout for the bombs, but the units from the western tunnels did not report back.
Guess this means they found something that found them first. I'm on it.
If our recently deceased Azzy friend was telling the truth, we don't have enough time for an evacuation.
So no plan B?
We'll try and get as many out as we can, while you go and save the day.
Okay, so I just did something that I have not done any other time in the campaign, which is I've taken the mission mid-stroke through all the other conversations. Not a big deal. We'll just finish out the other convos that we have over here, and then we'll move on to our next mission. So one thing I probably should look up too, by the way, is if Lady Luck ever gets... Or she has to get another upgrade, because Pancake's got to get an upgrade. Because Pancake's got to get the... Was it the soda... SOTA, right? Is that what it was called? Yes, SOTA, the soda. And he's not selling those yet. Eventually he will sell those. And those are like the tier 3s. Or tier 3s or... Tier 4, you know, the end game tier, right? So Lady Luck's got to get another round. So with that being said, I know I'm going to end up having to spend a lot of money on a new weapon. Unless, of course, you know, you really wanted to, I guess, gamble. You know, you could potentially do the end game missions until you got, presumably, a weapon that you were actually looking to acquire. Otherwise, you know, you could just buy the vendor one, but it's going to be expensive. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because I just spoke to... Doc down here, and you know, there's going to be a point in time where I might want to look at some of these like super expensive cyber mods, but not now. I think I'll do that in between episodes. Because I know that there's like a kind of a variety there, and I really want to spend some time and think about my actions. I mean, they are so expensive.
Have you seen Bozeman?
Hello to you too, Chumma. Have you talked to Bree? She thinks Bozeman stole from her. Revenge is a common motive.
Do you believe Bose did it?
Nah, I've known that stumpy old dwarf for a while. He's not a thief. Then again, I also never pegged him for the slot and run type either.
Slot and run type.
Jane, I can't find Bozeman.
Yeah, seems he was our B&E artist. Running away is kind of proof of that.
It's not my favorite kind of evidence, but it sure makes it look that way to everyone else.
I've tried to track him down, but he's switched off his comlink and all his drones are down.
Well, he made a run for it, and probably expected us to look for him.
Sad. I had hoped it wouldn't be one of us.
Hope. The harbinger of disappointment since the dawn of man.
Oh, yes, that is a really good line. I like it. Being one of those, like, hopeless romantic, forever alone, jaded, cynical types. So we have bomb scare here. Bombs have been planted underneath the hub. You have to defuse them or we lose our base of operations. Okay. So that makes it kind of sound like it's going to be a defense mission. Bring batshit with us, and we're going to want some Decker love. Get my other Mr. Macklemore here. And then we have Lown. Okay, well that's a possibility. Or, you know, I could go with Thunderbolts because the drones now are actually pretty fantastic. So should I go with drones? I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the Decker. Because there's just not too many games, or too many enemies in this game that actually have technical armor. And really, when it comes to like spirits or the summonables, the summoned monsters and whatnot, or the dogs, whatever else. That's what we have these two other gentlemen here for. Climbing down the shaft, you enter the system of catacombs leading off into the dark. We must defuse all bombs in the catacombs and take out any opposition you encounter.
Can you read me?
Loud and clear.
From the Azzy we grilled, we know that there were 5 bombs down there. They'll be sure to have left someone to guard them.
Isn't guarding a bomb you set to go off really stupid?
You don't know the Azzies. They don't think like that. They're happy to die if the High Priest orders it.
Okay, so do we get... Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, we have Buster's talking to us right now in his like little portrait, but he's not available as a playable character right now. It's fairly disappointing. I'm hearing this nice little beat in the background that you probably have heard how many times throughout this conversation? I did make mention of this. Okay, so we got a new enemy over here, the Blood Guardian. So I think I could black him out. Sure. Oh. Can I actually blast them? Can I get them with a mana ball? No. Okay. Very well, then we'll take Jimmy Mac here. So anyways, about this track. This track right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a licensed third-party song that Cliffhanger Productions licensed for usage in this game, and for all intents and purposes, there seems to be 2 different entities that likes to claim copyright for this. It's a very interesting situation where one seems to be almost like the automated bunch.
Bomb in sight. What do we do?
I'm keyed into your vidlink. I can see the payload module. I've seen that stuff during my service. Once.
Okay, I get it. State-of-the-art boom. So how do we disarm it?
You need to disconnect the trigger from the payload.
Here goes nothing.
Wow. Okay, so they just basically sit there and glad head one another. Okay, I could do that. I'm gonna assume that this thing probably doesn't end up taking... You know what, fuck it, let's just actually test this out, I'm curious. I don't think it should. So let's go Data Bomb. Yep, immune to tech, that's what I figured. Oh, and I missed him. You know, if it has him going right here, oh god damn it.
Like I thought, the trigger and detonator are really crude. They must have been in a hurry.
So what do I do? There's the blinky bit and 3 wires leading out of it.
Yank them out.
You're joking.
No, just yank them out. If they had the time to add failsafe traps, they wouldn't have left so many people behind.
Here goes.
See? Bomb went offline. And if it went boom, you wouldn't have felt a thing.
Right, so you know what? As you could see, when I had access to batshit here, we had an option. The little icon here was green. And if you notice that the first movement here is always going to turn out to be green. The white's going to be your second move. Meaning that if you wanted to move twice, you can move all the way over here, and that's why it's over in this white perimeter. But for whatever reason, like, you know, if I was to actually move batshit up right here in this cover to press the button, that should have been where he went, but he didn't. He came over here, and I just... Weird pathing. Just not a fan of it. This thing has lots of armor. You have no armor, but we only have a 46% chance of hitting you. Can we bull rush you? We can. Yeah, and unfortunately it wasn't enough to actually wipe him out. So as you can tell, this is one of the problems with bringing all these deckers with us. Maybe I should have known better because, you know, once you start fighting the technology folks, this kind of thing starts to happen where you start to fight a little bit more magically inclined enemies. So you could hear very contextually, like if we move the map over here, don't hear anything. It's clearly a bomb sitting right over here. So that's pretty much where I think we're going to have to go next, but just trying to best decide on how I want to move my deckers here because they're really doing me no good. And I don't really want them in range of this thing. And I kind of didn't really want to aggro anything, but it happened. So back to what I was saying before. Kind of wondering after I go to upload this video. It's going to be the situation on YouTube. Who is going to copyright claim me this time? So we can do how much damage? Lots. Do the damage. And bad shit is like, what the fuck? Like, how the hell did you lose so many hit points? Wow. So we gotta really be careful with bad shit then. Because I'm pretty sure he's the only guy that I have on my team right now that has lockpick. So we got rid of the dog, which is good. Just really need to maximize who I attack. So we got 2 Sun Priests over here. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and black this one out because he's got the haste and armor. Now you're stunned there, you bastard. And then we'll move Lawn. So move you behind this like column over here, and I suppose we'll just data spike the other one. It's not gonna save you there, kiddo. Oh, Blemcomac, what should we do with you? I think really like to get him over to this. Oh, we can. Beautiful. The Mercurial Bootleg is worth a fortune. So I could use Batshit here to take him out, presumably. He does have a lot of magical armor, so I think what makes more sense is we'll use Jimmy Mac to take out this guy, or not. Okay. We'll take the other guy out, or the other guy to take this other priest out. Get the unnecessary critical. And Batshit. Why don't we cast haste on Jimmy Mac? Man, my people have definitely taken a beating this this mission. Very nice. So now that Blood Guardian does not have anybody in its range. So I can pretty much just like shoot the thing and it'll die, right? Yep. Just making sure.
procedure as before?
Worked the first time, didn't it?
And at some point, I'd really like to get all my people together so I can get a C2 subroutine. But I also kind of don't really want to do it like prematurely. Okay, so there's a bomb. Oh boy. I think what we'll do is we'll just continue to go this way. There's not a bomb over here. There's one right there. Okay. But I also want to, like, discover the corners. Who would I really want to move out of the way here? Like, let's say if I wanted to divide up my team, what would be the best way to do it? Because I don't really just want to keep my deckers on just one team by themselves. Because then they utterly become useless in some situations. Such as with these dogs. Mr. Batshit. Let's see. Can we get you to cast haste on Jimmy Mac? So we can see the dog now, right? But I don't want to take the damage. So we're gonna have to move him back. And then Blamco Mac. We know there's gonna be some enemies over here. Always gonna be guarded. So we got a Blood Guardian, a Sun Priest. So I think we'll just probably move him up again. Did 0 damage to my physical armor. Okay, we're starting to get blasted with magic. I think we should maybe take Jimmy Mac here. So I really just want to take some really good defensive positions. Like sit behind the heavy cover, just like what I'm doing right now. So we can we can black this guy out. Yep. Keep him stunned. The dog, you know something? I think what we'll do is we'll. I'm in like one of those weird camera zones where it's just. I think we can go right behind here, like a spool of something. Shoot the Barghest. There we go. And then Batshit is a really interesting proposition because I think what we'll do is we'll just cast haste. And Jimmy Mac. And you know what? I know. We stunned him. I kind of did that little bass backwards because what I really meant to do was take out this guy. But we no longer had Eye of Sight. Or Line of Sight. Why do I keep saying Eye of Sight? It's a really efficient way of getting rid of those guys. You just take your time, really. Because these Blood Guardians they're a joke. I think I just double bop you or miss. Okay, I think there's nothing else over here in this corner. So I'm only gonna move Batshit up 1 for the moment because you never know when I want to go for another round of haste. It's a fairly long mission. You know what? I think we should probably cast haste on Blamcomac. See if we can't get this. Oh, motherfucker. Oh, that's too bad. But we can bull rush him, right? No. Fine. Reload it is.
Do you actually know about this shit, or are you making this up as we go along?
I've worked with ordnance in the military, but not bomb disposal.
And I really apologize if you guys can't hear it. There's nothing I can do about it. The sound of Buster's voice. How quiet it is. I think I've commented about that at length. I know I'm getting sick of talking about it, so... Yep. It's just one of those things that I think we just all had to accept at this point in time in the campaign. I think if you've been along with me for the entire ride... Just one of those, like, bitter pills you just have to swallow. Does that sound too melodramatic? I realized right after I said it, I was just like, very unintentional. So finally, the game decides to not troll me this time and give me the Dock Wagon Basic card. And instead give me the appropriately scaled gold card. Although I still think that there might actually have been a third tier Dock Wagon card, I think. Wasn't there like a platinum card? Like, I'm fairly certain that there was an end game med kit or Dock Wagon card or whatever. I swear. So what do we got here? We have Blood Spirits, Blood Guardians. And these guys cast haste and armor and all that other shit, so... I think we just aggroed them. I really just want to get out of this thing's line of sight, so it doesn't, like, completely overwhelm me. Because it's gonna move, and then it's gonna get armored and hasted and all the rest of that nasty, nasty stuff. So, I think what I could do also, even though we totally don't have the mana for it, so never mind. We'll just end our turn right here. So I just want the Blood Spirit to come to me. Did it? Oh my god, where is this thing? I think there's the very real possibility that it went up, like, over here somewhere. Okay. Well, So Jimmy Mac. Let's move you up just a little bit. I really would like to keep my deckers out of the way because they're doing me no good right now. Although, a C2 subroutine would be really fantastic. So why don't we move Batship up? Try to play him a little bit more defensively. Oh my god, we can get mass armor. Yes. And then finally we'll do our C2 subroutine. Now this is like the perfect opportunity to do it. Because now we actually have chances to hit things. Mr. Mac, I think I will put you... really love to put you over here. Sure. And then we'll just end our turn right there. So eventually these things... I am going to run out of magical armor here. And I'm going to start to take some damage. And it's not going to be so pleasant. Die. I love when you just one-shot thing. That's like the one thing about shotguns. You know, I was saying in the previous episodes, I think in the... about 2 days ago when I was last recording. Commenting... or actually just really on the woes. Oh, that's rough. Go for it anyways. 28%. Nope. I was speaking about the woes of... running shotguns. And then on a day like today, it's like, you know what? They're not so bad. They might even be quite desirable. I didn't actually see what actually happened there. Did he miss?
If you're so good at this, why aren't you down here?
Because you're shit at coordinating evacuations. Besides, with the time we have, I couldn't do more than you.
So you mean all this colored wire cutting is made up?
Yep, usually you just get the hell out of Dodge and detonate remotely.
That's really nice to know. Oh, batshit. Please unlock. Don't let it be a trap, please. Or a critical failure. Nice little cosmetic item there. I'm not really entirely sure if we already have one. So what I really need to do here... Unfortunately, we don't have enough mana for it anyways, but I was going to say I really needed to move Blamco Mac up and destroy this Blood Spirit. Like, totally. How do I want to do this? I think I'll just put you behind the half cover here. We do have the armor. I mean... And we're just going to end our turn. I don't want this thing blasting anybody. Wrong move, buddy. Time to die. Oh, how did you miss that? Why? So here's the problem that I have is I'm gonna haste him. So it gives me both of my action points. So if I reloaded and just attacked. So we have a potential of doing 28 damage. Or 26 damage. But this is... Oh, but he's stun immune, though. So I think we'll just... Damn, I have, like, so many stuns. I guess we'll just do some damage, then. And, let's see here. Jimmy Mac, can we put you behind heavy cover somewhere, please? And then Mr. Hacker, other dude... So he just casted Life Leech on somebody, but I don't know who. Maybe Batshit? There's not really like a progressive camera system, so when it casts Life Leech on your character that's like way the hell over here, it would really be nice to like have an option to have the camera actually follow the effect, so I can see what the hell I'm doing, or what's going on. That would have been nice. Oh my god, another goddamn miss. I was just talking about how shotguns were working for me today, and Murphy's Law dictating that, hey, not today. So there's just nothing else I can do here. I mean, really frustrating. So we can finally see who he did the Life Leech on. It's actually doing damage now. You know what? Fuck this thing. I'm gonna get a reprise here. We're just gonna walk over here and just dink it. God damn, if I just did that in the first place. So a really large map. So we probably don't want to dick around too much.
This is the generator room. We draw all of our emergency power from these babies.
He's talking about these generators. Okay, so what kind of enemies we have? We have Barghests. We have a Sun Priest. Okay. So move up once, and can we data spike this guy? 34% chance. Sure. All right. And Batshit, I think what we'll do is... I really want to put him, like... probably behind this wall. I'd like to go to this other path here, but, like, he might be in range of one of the Sun Priests, and I don't want him getting basically bopped off by, like, a random mana bolt. Okay, so if I did Bull Rush here... So how much damage does it do? Just 6. So I think we're just gonna move up here. 40% chance. You gotta be fucking shitting me. Why is it so low? Say it ain't so. This is the problem, because now I'm gonna get bombarded. Still 100% chance to hit the trained Barghest. didn't do enough damage. Shit. Well, somebody clearly made a mistake in his build today. Don't bring so many deckers in the late game. So what did that actually do? It showed that he was frightened, but he didn't move. And he's not stunned. Not really entirely convinced that it did anything. Unless, of course, you're telling me that the frightened status can actually inflict somebody for 0, meaning that they just show up as frightened, but they don't actually move anywhere. Which, I guess, is really the only explanation other than it's a bug. It's got to be one or the other. So if Jimmy Mac has a 71% chance to hit the guy, Luan here is going to have a 95% chance to hit him. See, that's how this team is supposed to work there, ladies and gents. And move up. We have a bomb up here. We have a blood guardian. Mr. Batshit. I think we'll just say put you up a little bit. I'm trying to still manage his magic points. It's quite low. So here, my deckers. Why don't you guys actually start to... Oh, wait. This is the last bomb. What the hell am I talking about? Never mind. We'll just end our turn. The deckers really can't do anything. Actually, the only decker here that's worth a shit is Jimmy Mac. So what we're going to do... You're going to have a line of sight if I put you here. Oh, I just don't know. If I put him here, he doesn't look like he's going to have line of sight. If I put him here, he doesn't look like he's going to have. So I'm going to put Batshit right here. Please tell me. Yeah. And then we're going to move Jimmy Mac up. Now here's some tactics for you. Do C2 subroutine. So I can guarantee that I'm going to kill this thing, right? Blamco Mac. I'll put you behind heavy cover here. There is an item. If we really want to be greedy about it. I kind of do. Oh my god, I really need to get the item. But I also need to kill this thing. So I'll blast him. And then we'll just, well, basically move with impunity. We're not going to disarm the bomb just quite yet. Have to get my superior fake sin here. And then we'll finish the mission.
Got it. This was the last one.
Well done. You saved a lot of lives today.
Alright, well, let's go turn this sucker in. I'm hoping, really hoping, that we're going to get some additional karma points.
Man, you really saved our ass here. We are all grateful. Here, buy yourself something nice. Preferably something that spits bullets.
8 karma, Buster's old flamethrower, and 5,600 nuyen. Quite the haul. That means we can go the next round of shotguns. So double barrel, part 2, reduces the cooldown for it to 3 turns versus 4 turns. Sold. So what's the next skill? It's going to take us 45 karma. We actually might be able to do it. We might be able to actually be able to wing 45 karma by the end of the game. So you know how to handle yourself in combat, especially after some big fights with your favorite shotgun on your side. From now on, you will deal 5 extra damage just straight up. Just a passive skill. Okay. Coolio. I can dig it. So for the next episode, looks like we only have a few conversations we really have to get through. And Sarah's got main story quest here. So it looks like it's fairly cut and dry for the next one. Hope to see you then.